Not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight.
Gervonta Tank Davis made a surprise visit to Manny Pacquiao's training camp just days before the Filipino icon's anticipated clash with Mario Barrios. Despite once being rivals in the same weight class spotlight, the two fighters exchanged genuine respect. But Davis didn't just stop by for a photo op, he brought valuable intel. According to inside sources, Davis offered Pacquiao detailed insights on Barrios' fighting style, weaknesses, and tendencies, knowledge drawn from his own 2021 knockout victory over the towering Texan. Insiders say Tank was precise and direct, advising Pacquiao on exactly when to strike and how to move, marking a rare and powerful moment of cross-generational solidarity in the sport.
I was talking to somebody about Manny coming back fighting Mario Barrios.
Ouch.
And this was the analogy I gave. Your timing is just, it slows down. That's time. Time slows you down. And so to me, I think Manny has to come out very strong, very fast in the first couple of rounds because his gas tank ain't what it used to be. At 46 years old, you come out and let's just say hypothetically your gas is half full at 46 years old. I'd rather try to use that half tank
when I got something
in 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And really get off on this kid because he has the kind of style. Styles make fights. He's got the perfect style for Manny to do what he do. But the further that fight goes, the more that's gonna go down. He ain't young no more when it does this. It ain't gonna do this no more. It ain't gonna go down and then come back up. He not gonna create space, take a deep breath, and that thing shoot up the way it used to. He ain't gonna do that, you know?
At 46, Pacquiao has reunited with longtime trainer Freddie Roach and the familiar coaching team that guided him through 8 world titles across different weight classes. Training with measured intensity, he's carefully managing both physical preparation and the mental load that comes after a 4-year break from the ring.
Yeah, the winner.
Well, look, Freddie, I appreciate your time.
Me and his wife will get mad at me for saying that.
You're trying to drag him back out.
I talked to Manny on the phone, and he wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time?
He does.
Against, not an exhibition, a professional fight?
He wants a real fight.
Who right now, though, could he fight?
We have... I haven't let him choose anyone yet, but the thing is, it's just his heart has. He said he wants one more fight, and then his wife called me up and said, "Don't let him fight, don't let him fight." And I try to be on her side and so forth. But like when a man in the sport wants to fight, you know, sometimes he's gonna fight. I agree with you. He's gonna fight, and you know who? It doesn't matter.
Speaking ahead of the fight, Mario Barrios reflected on his upcoming showdown with Pacquiao, drawing parallels to his past bout with Gervonta Davis. He acknowledged the similarities. They're both small, both have incredible footwork and fast hands. Although he's consistently had the height advantage throughout his career, Barrios knows better than to underestimate Pacquiao, who's made a career of dismantling taller fighters.
Yeah, you know, very unserious, but yeah, man. I mean, I know he's gonna bring it whenever we step in there, and but yeah, right now all the media, everything, you know, it's fun, you know, it's all smiles, but both of us, man.
When you first got to the pay-per-view level, there was like an adjustment period. You had to get used to it, and was there any nerves up there? Because this is even another level than the Tank fight and the Thurman fight.
Nah, no nerves. Like how you said, I think those fights, you know, have only, you know, prepared me, you know, for this level, and now, you know, doing like all this media stuff. Like, I mean, I've always hated this, right? I still do. but I've definitely gotten a lot more comfortable with it, or just used to it.
All right, guys. Last question, guys.
The Tank fight that you learned with the slick, fast southpaw with lightning fast hands. What do you think you can take from your experience with Tank and apply it to Manny?
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. Like the way Tank, you use the way he closes his distance, the way he worked off his speed,
Asked about the friendly vibe during their face-off, Barrios pointed out that Pacquiao might come across as relaxed outside the ring, but he transforms the moment the bell rings. He's unserious outside, but in the ring, I know he's all business, Barrios noted. Drawing from his experience with Tank Davis, he stressed how important it was to prepare for sudden bursts of aggression, something he believes will help him stand firm against Pacquiao.
You're a lot bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was gonna be a height difference regardless. I've been dealing with that my whole career. I mean, I started pro at 122, so I mean, I've always had the height advantage of most of the guys I have fought. But I mean, it's still dangerous. He has fought plenty of people with my height before, and they're very successful. So I mean, I know it's just I just gotta go in there and do what I'm training for.
Mario, I can't recall who said it, but they said once Pacquiao gets you smiling, it's like he's got you or something. And you guys were sharing a lot of smiles. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know, man. I feel like I knew the face-off just being in front of it. I've been seeing a face-off people since I was a kid. He's a very unserious person, but he's very serious when he steps in the ring.
Barrios is treating the fight as do or die. It's kill or be killed, he said, referencing Pacquiao's tough 2021 loss to Yadenis Ugas. He's confident that every past bout has prepared him for this moment. Meanwhile, Pacquiao isn't stopping at Barrios. In a November 2023 interview, he expressed strong interest in facing Gervonta Davis should Davis move up to 147. Davis is a good fighter. If he comes to 147, let's do it, Pacquiao stated. His advisor, Sean Gibbons, even floated the idea of putting a WBC title on the line. Pacquiao's message is clear, he's not ducking anyone, even young knockout artists.
Manny, they keep mentioning Gervonta Davis. They keep talking about Gervonta Davis as a possible fight, Manny. You like that fight? Because he's little, he's your size.
I like that. I like that. I mean, I like that, but let's finish first this one, because this one is a taller champion like that. So I have a lot of things to do in training.
Tank Davis, for his part, has drawn praise from many in the boxing world, including Joe Rogan. On his podcast, Rogan recently described Davis as both technically brilliant and extremely dangerous, highlighting him as one of boxing's most exciting and challenging fighters.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. He's so economical. He puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive. And he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, he just, in his mind, it's a matter of time before I catch.
Analysts often compare Davis and Barrios in terms of style. Where Davis brings compact explosiveness, Barrios counters with rangy adaptability. In their 2021 clash, Davis, fighting as a 5 feet 5 inches southpaw, landed a staggering 45% of his power punches, scored 3 knockdowns, and finished Barrios in the 11th round. Though Barrios managed to out-jab Davis for much of the fight, his punches lacked the pop to stop Tank's relentless inside attack. Observers noted how Davis expertly baited Barrios forward, then slipped the jab and unleashed devastating counter hooks and uppercuts. Still, Barrios earned respect, he absorbed punishment, got up from multiple knockdowns, and kept fighting.
And what time is it, y'all? Time to start a debate inside a barbershop. We're gonna pit Mario Barrios against Tank Gervonta Davis. Yes, sir. Starting with the champion, the pride and joy of San Antonio, Texas, Mario Barrios. He stands at 5'10" with a 71-inch reach. He's currently undefeated at 26-0 with 17 knockouts. He is the man that holds the WBA regular junior welterweight championship belt. The challenger, representing Baltimore, Maryland, Tank Gervonta Davis. He stands at 5'5" with a 67.5-inch reach. His record, 24-0 with 23 knockouts. Wait a minute. Don't be so quick to throw this guy under the bus. Yes, we know Tank Gervonta Davis is a knockout machine, but he's only ever knocked out people he can weight bully. What happens when he has to go up 2 weight classes, gives up 5 inches in height and almost 4 inches in reach to a man who can establish his jab well, knows his distance, and puts in good body work? Oh, did I mention he's also coached by Virgil Hunter? That's Andre Ward's coach, so you know he's going to come in there with a game plan. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to pick him to win by 12-round unanimous decision. What do you?
Former WBO super welterweight champion Tim Saya weighed in on Pacquiao's July 19th return, offering a sobering take. Honestly, I don't see Manny winning, Saya admitted. He's 46. Barrios is 30, in his prime. That's a tough challenge. Yet Saya also conceded that Pacquiao's career has defied expectations before. It wouldn't surprise me, because he's Manny Pacquiao. He always surprises people. His remarks capture the intrigue, a legendary underdog stepping in against a younger, hungry contender.
I think Barrios wins. I think young, and it's hard with age. But I think if anyone was going to do it, Manny Pacquiao's the.
But Pacquiao rejects the underdog label. He insists this fight is nothing like his loss to Yugas. Back then, I wasn't focused. My legs cramped, I couldn't move well, Pacquiao admitted. Now, he says he's completely rested, focused, and mentally sharp. After a 4-year break, he claims his trademark speed and movement have returned, unburdened by outside distractions. He's even hinted at pushing through for 2 or 3 more fights, fully recharged by a renewed hunger for greatness.
Tell us about your preparation for Mario Barrios. How is it different to 4 years ago when you faced Ugas?
The different, I'm more focused right now. No distraction, I really focus on the whole training camp and focus on stamina, focus on techniques. He is a champion. He is a fighter that, we cannot underestimate him. He's taller than me. He has the advantage, but, we prepare for that. Just watch on July 19th. It's going to be a good fight.
The specter of past controversies still lingers. During the build-up to the 2015 megafight with Floyd Mayweather, allegations swirled largely from Mayweather's camp about Pacquiao possibly using performance-enhancing drugs. In response, Pacquiao demanded strict drug testing, offered a $5 million penalty if he failed, and filed a defamation lawsuit. The Nevada Commission confirmed he passed every test. The case was eventually settled, with Mayweather's side retracting their steroid accusations and stating they never intended to accuse him directly.
A generational, talented fighter, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own.
I don't think Pacquiao took steroids. Really, the Mayweathers questioned it and drilled him on it, and that made people pick a side. I can't say that means Pacquiao was on something. And the reason why is because Pacquiao may have been the most tested fighter of all time. He never failed a test. Floyd did. So you're talking about a situation where now you're just saying he's so good that he must be on something. But number 2, Crawford said Pacquiao was knocking everybody out until he took the test. That was a damn lie. Pacquiao power went down after he went up. Pacquiao didn't knock out anybody at welterweight. That had nothing to do with the test. He went up and he ain't knocked anyone out at welterweight. He knocked out Ricky Hatton. That was at 140. Floyd knocked out Ricky Hatton. So that doesn't say that Pacquiao had steroid power. He wasn't knocking out anybody. Yeah, he was beating.
Respected boxing analyst Teddy Atlas offered a candid take on Pacquiao's return. While acknowledging Pacquiao's legacy, Atlas warned that legends often get special treatment and that can be dangerous. Some guys skip the line, he said. But where he is physically, that's the concern. God forbid something happens. Atlas recognizes the greatness but emphasizes the brutal truth: age doesn't care about legacy, and boxing is an unforgiving sport.
So you want to go and use that.
How old was Leonard at that time?
Leonard was only 32 years old when he fought Hagler. Yeah, he'd been inactive, but he was only 32. Pacquiao's 46, so right there you could, it ain't a good comparison. It sounds good. It sounds good, yeah, because Leonard did come back. Leonard did win a very close fight, a controversial fight, but a great fight. And Leonard was great. There's no doubt about it. And he cut the line. He earned it. let it, you could say. And you could say Pacquiao earned the right, with all his greatness, to cut a lot of lines. Yeah, you know, I see it all the time. The other day I was at a benefit. The foundation was given something by St. Philip's Church, 155-year-old church, great church, do great work in the community. I sure as hell didn't know I was going to be talking about this. And they gave us an award for helping them in the community, what the foundation does. We don't need an award. We're privileged that we can help. But people feel they inclined to do that, fine. It's very nice. And your mom asked for a drink. So I went up to the bar to get a drink. I didn't realize that there was a long line. And so I went right to the front, not understanding that I passed the line. And then a friend of mine said, you cut the line. And the whole line said, Teddy, that's okay. I said, no, I didn't realize I cut the line. I'll go back. So I went back, I waited in line. But they were gonna allow me to cut the line. I guess because I'm handsome. I guess because I had a nice suit on. I had a nice tie. Whatever. But out of some kind of respect, which I really appreciate, whether I deserve it or not, they were letting me cut the line. So I understand that some people get the privilege, they get the respect, the allowance of cutting a...
Mario Barrios reflected on their first face-off with a sense of awe. It was surreal. I've watched Pacquiao face off with legends since I was a kid, he said. But despite the nostalgia, Barrios remains grounded. He noted that Pacquiao's friendly smile may be part of psychological warfare, but it doesn't fool him. He might seem easygoing, but in the ring, he's all business.
You're a lot bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was gonna be a height difference regardless. I've been dealing with that my whole career. I mean, I started pro at 122, so I mean, I've always had, you know, like the height advantage on most of the guys I have fought. But I mean, you know, it's still dangerous. You know, he has fought, you know, plenty of people with my height before, and he's been very successful. So I mean, I know, like, it's just, yeah, I just gotta go in there and do what I'm training for.
Mario, you know, I can't recall who said it, but they said once Pacquiao gets you smiling, it's like he's got you or something. And you guys are sharing a lot of smiles. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know, man. I feel like I knew the face-off just, you know, being in front of him. I've been seeing him face-off people since I was a kid. You know, he's a very unserious person, but he's very serious when he steps in the ring.
Hey Mario, how does it feel like if you get in there, let's say you do win? Are they gonna call you?
Yeah, you know, very unserious, but yeah, man. I mean, I know he's gonna bring it whenever we step in there. And but yeah, right now all the media, everything, you know, it's fun. You know, it's all smiles. But both of us, man,
when you first got to the pay-per-view level, there was like an adjustment period. You had to get used to it. And was there any nerves up there? Because this is even another level than the Tank fight and the Thurman fight.
No nerves. Like how you said, I think those fights, you know, have only, you know, prepared me, you know, for this level. And now, you know, doing like all this media stuff, like, I mean, I've always hated this, right? I still do, but I've definitely, you know, gotten a lot more comfortable with it, or just used to it.
All right, guys, last question, guys.
The Tank fight that you learned with the slick, fast southpaw with lightning fast hands. What do you think you can take from your experience with Tank and apply it to Manny?
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. You know, like the way Tank, you know, the way he closes his distance, you know, the way, you know, like he worked off his speed, you know, similar size. I think Pacquiao might be a couple inches taller.
So what do you think? Who holds the edge when these two step into the ring? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.